YouTube, what's the deal?
It's time to get real with your hiatus. It's time to get real with your hiatus.
YouTube, what's the deal?
What's the deal? One love.
YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl Jahira, and I am back. Back to have a little chat with y'all and talk about something that's kind of been on my heart and reveal something that's definitely been on my heart. This is going to be kind of one of those, I guess, directed random videos. Like, I'll probably be rambling and I may get a little off track, but there is a point, so follow me. I've been making videos less frequently than I was used to doing. And for a while, I didn't even have an explanation, for y'all as to why that was the case. And now I do, sort of after careful consideration. And I felt like I owed it to y'all to share it with you. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about dreams versus intentions. The way I see it, a dream, can be anything really. Whether, if your dream is to be prom queen, or if your dream is to, go on to college, or go back to college, or get married, or, when I use the term dreams, I don't mean like sort of what happens at night while you're sleeping, although that certainly qualifies. I'm sort of speaking to wishes and desires that you have for your life versus intentions, which, as it applies to sort of the context of this particular chat that we're going to be having, refers to putting that seed into activation and really manifesting your destiny. So when a dream becomes an intention, there's action involved. You are consciously pursuing that thing which you wish to obtain. There we go. English, Jahira. And I've really, really been giving that a lot of thought. And I've been hesitant to talk to y'all about what my intentions are for my own life. And it's more so the fact of you never really know, when you make these videos and you put them out into the ether, you don't know who's watching you. And when you're being so incredibly personal, not everybody is that watches you is necessarily in your corner. I've certainly had reactions like the token dislike to my videos and the comments I've received and stuff like that. The haters, so to speak, that, like contribute to that suggestion that not everybody wishes you well. So you never really know whether it's a good idea to put yourself out there or not. Yeah, I think I have to sneeze. I'm not sure, but I think I have to sneeze. So I really wasn't sure. It's a deeply personal thing, And I mean, I've never been a stranger to being deeply personal on this channel. But it's scary when you finally get to the root of who you are and what you would like your life to represent. Do you talk to people about it? Or do you not? To date, I have told 2 people what I've learned about myself in terms of what kind of mark I would like to leave on this world and what my intentions are. And those 2 people, to their credit, have been nothing but, completely supportive of my decisions. And now I guess I'm going to tell y'all. and this sort of ties into why I have not been available as much as I've been used to being available. So, I know y'all are like, if she does one more black and white video, um, but it's scary for me. I feel a level of anxiety in sharing this. Um, to backtrack, I've been kind of going through this existential crisis for maybe around a year, but I've really felt it these past 6 months. Moving to Kentucky really, took me to a place of, okay, you're here. What are you going to do with yourself? You've got all this, all the freedom in the world. You are on solid ground finally. How are you going to make a productive use of your experience here? What is this period in your life meant to teach you? This is what I've been doing, people. And I highly recommend it, by the way. Eventually, I mean, at some point, sometimes we all have to stop in the middle of our lives and ask ourselves, is this what's right for me? Is this where I want to be right now? Is this an environment which I can grow in? And if it's not, how can I either make it one or uproot myself and, go somewhere, whether that means a physical move or just a shift in consciousness, go somewhere where I can grow. We all have to grow, y'all. Like, growth is, what the hell are you doing here if not to grow? Plants grow. At least you can grow. So anyway, I've been dealing with this, as I said, existential crisis. And at 32 years old, it would be very easy to sit here and say, like, you're still young, you still have so much time. There's no reason why, you should be miring yourself down with these really big questions. Just enjoy yourself and plan for your future and you'll be fine. And if it was anybody else, I would say that you would be absolutely right. But I'm about to say something to y'all. And what I'm about to say, I am not saying to elicit some great compassionate response out of y'all. And quite frankly, I really don't want it. I need for y'all to hear me. Really, really hear me when I say this. Because again, it's not something I talk about very often. But rather than your immediate response being to react to it, I would rather that you really hear me. The life expectancy of people in my situation, of people of my background, of people of variant gendered people is not a long one. Has not been a long one traditionally. So I'm feeling the weight of that. Because, 60 and 70 and 80 years old is not a reality for the majority of us. And I'm not saying that to be morbid. I'm simply stating what has been my experience. It's just not a reality for a lot of us. So there's been an added sense of urgency with regard to this is your life and you need to get on with it. And this is my conscience talking, I don't want you to waste one moment on doing something that does not bring you joy. Something that does not fulfill the desires of your heart. Something that does not resound in your spirit. So I've been feeling all of that. And the conclusion that I reached was simultaneously as a complex one, and yet probably the simplest thought I've ever had, which is to say, my passion is empowering people, specifically women, but people in general. I feel that we can learn so much from each other. And I feel that I have experienced life in a way that it might take 6 individuals and their life experiences combined to parallel the one life that I've had. I have had the experience of being homeless. I have had the experience of being and struggling with addiction. I have had the experience of prostitution. I have had the experience of losing loved ones at a very young age. I've had the experience which parallels, I feel, being a widow. And all of these things have left me with lessons that I feel compelled to impart upon people. This channel and the 1,100 of you that view it has given me a great opportunity in order to share those experiences with you and hopefully shine a light into some aspect of your life which sparks you to seek the best parts of yourself and to walk and talk and live in your own truth, as I do. I intend to bring that to a global scale. And I intend to be the first non-biological woman with a nationally syndicated talk show. I'm sorry, that felt really good. Now, the time I have been taking away from YouTube has been time that I have spent in the classroom of my living room, mapping out the kind of show that I envision myself with, researching different, aspects of the business world, because the entertainment industry is certainly a business, and my business is my name, and my name is my business. Yeah. And just being a student, I think that, and I made this comment on Facebook a while back that, when I operate at my best, at my greatest potential externally, I strive to be the best teacher that I can possibly be. And when I operate at my utmost internally, I strive to be the best student that I can be. So this particular time block has really been being a student for me, and allowing the universe to send to me the tools that I will need in order to turn my intention into my reality. I want to be very clear with y'all, because I can honestly say that I've never lied to you, and I don't intend to start. For me, this is absolutely not about fame or fortune, or anything like that. We all, I'm sure, strive to be comfortable financially, but the goal is to make people see the importance of themselves in their own lives, and by applying that importance, empowering themselves in such a way that the world has no choice but to change. And while, again, and I've said this before and I will continue to say it, I love, respect, and appreciate all of the men who have viewed and continue to view this channel. I feel so strongly that that change must begin with women. Because women are constantly apologizing for themselves. If I say to, I mean, damn near any woman I've ever met, wow, I really love your hair, there's no ownership. It turns into, oh, this, well, thank you, but I really have to get it done again. I've just been so busy. And this, and I mean, it's a bullshit example, but like, it's clear cut apologizing. We are constantly apologizing for ourselves, and it sucks, and it has to stop. I feel with all that I am that there is an inherent power. There is an innate power that women can and should, and under my watch will tap into in order to better their lives. And by bettering their lives, they are bettering their spouses' lives, their parents' lives, strangers' lives, their children's lives. Because we are natural caregivers. We are natural nurturers. It is hardwired into our DNA. Whether we've had a crappy existence or not, it's very rare that you will find a woman who lacks that capability, even if it's just as simple as, you know, you glued some yarn onto your stick and that was your doll and you took such good care of that doll that, you know what I mean? I mean, I realize that I'm giving really simplistic examples here, and I apologize for that. I'm not scripted. But this is what I know to be true. So my research has involved catching every repeat of the final season of The Oprah Winfrey Show, studying people like Martha Beck and Iyanla Van Zant and Susie Orman. And I don't have a desire to be the next Oprah. I don't. Just so we're, completely on the same page here. I don't want to be the next Oprah. I want to be the first Jahira. But I believe that there is a generation of girls and boys, women and men, who will grow up without Oprah. And that thought really saddens me. Because, it was the end of an era. I am not looking to fill her shoes. But I appreciate what she offered the world. And I want, in my own way, to offer the world something. And I know with every fiber of my being that I can do that. So that is my intention. So with that being said, I want to know what your intention for your life is. It might not be something on a grandiose scale. It might just be, finding a faster way to get to work in the morning. But I want to know what your intention is. Because the thing is, we can, and don't get me wrong, we should dream for the rest of our lives. I never want to stop dreaming. I never want to stop, because when you stop dreaming, the creative process ends. you have to want more for yourself. You absolutely have to. I don't know of anybody who is 150% completely satisfied with every aspect of their life. And I think the day that happens, you're probably dead. I just, you know what I mean? God left this world imperfect for a reason so that we as a people could strive for more. That's just what I believe. I'll leave you to your beliefs, but that's my shtick. So yeah, tell me what your intention for your life is. Feel free to make a video response and we'll call it the intention tag. What is your intention for your life and how do you plan to implement or what tools do you plan to use to turn a dream and to evolve a dream into an intention? Because the way I see it, it's almost like the three stages of life, like maiden, mother, crone, and you know what I mean. It's dream, intention, reality. I have found the intention phase or intention stage of that journey, and I would love to know yours. Your comments and your video comments are more than welcome, and I look forward to hearing from y'all. So that's where I'm at, people, and now you know why I haven't been around. Your prayers would be greatly appreciated. I love y'all, and whatever feedback you can offer, I will gladly take. One love. Intentions, people.